Hey, all right. I guess we have a small group, but I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So this week we just kind of wanted to really focus on reality creation and how to create your own reality. And we've been having a lot of questions coming up about, well, what do we do about what's going on in the world right now, right? How do we end this? What do we do? I feel powerless. I don't know what to do. And so Ben and I actually wanted to kind of drop in about ability to create reality and even go into personal practices that we do and also walk the group through a guided meditation so that we can really, really focus on what we can do to shift everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, so we had our 5D Business School Module 8 called yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, last week.
Last week.
Wow. Feels just like yesterday. So it was our 5D Business School call for Module 8, which is 8D. And so we talked about some 7D and 8D reality creation stories that usually I only talk about in our in one of our what's it called, virtual reality simulation retreats, right? Or one of our more advanced retreats, because it's like acts of God, right? Creating things, either stopping or starting, much like the coronavirus or the the pedophilia, all the stuff that we need to,
the arrests that need to happen for the pedophilia, right? Exactly.
Yeah, so we want to see, so we want to see if we can, I'm not going to tell all those stories that I told at 5D Business School because it's just not the right place or time here. But we will tell a couple of them, and we really just want to do this for the purpose of seeing if there's somebody else here that can make something happen. I long before I was able to consciously do anything like that, I had a friend who did that kind of stuff all the time. And I remember the first time I heard him talk about it, the first time he said something to me, he said, remember that big oil spill in the middle of the ocean? I forget what it was. I don't remember which one it was, but it was, you'll probably remember it. It was all over the news. It was, you couldn't get away from it. I remember the pictures. I remember what it looks like and all that, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. But it was this crazy oil spill, hundreds of thousands of gallons of just oil just spewing in the middle of the ocean. Like, it was horrible. We had to stop it. Nobody knew what to do. No one knew how to get there or how to stop it, And so he said, yeah, I went into meditation, and when I came out, it was on the news that it had stopped.
Right.
And he goes, I just went in, made a few tweaks, and came back out, and he's like, yeah, I made it stop. And so, Jen and I we've experienced some things like that. We had when San Diego was having a drought about 6 years ago or so. There's a big old drought, and we made do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, and also I just would love to tap in if, I know we don't have that many of you on, but if you guys could come on video, it really helps us. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm talking to nobody right now.
That's a really good point.
So if anybody would be willing to come on video, we just really appreciate it. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm talking to a blank screen. And we appreciate you being on. So I just, the main thing is I really want to emphasize our ability as multidimensional beings to manifest and create our reality. And I woke up this morning with, I will get into the San Diego story in just a minute, but I woke up this morning with the first thing. Thanks, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you. It just helps us. Thank you. It's like,
I had to go put my
it's like somebody to talk to. Thank you, Amy. Thank you.
Shirt on.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. It just really helps me. Thank you.
I'll keep the shirt on. Don't worry.
It's fine. So as long as your pants stay on, that's where it gets weird.
All right, now we feel like we're hanging out.
Thank you. Now I feel like I'm talking to somebody.
Before the call, I was saying it's so nice to have,
people to talk to.
People to hang out with here.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. So, I will get into the San Diego story in just a minute, but the thing is, like, I really want to emphasize, I woke up this morning And we are still in Florida. I know, it's a funny story.
They canceled our flights.
They keep canceling our flights. We're like,
they've canceled all of them.
I know, it's been weird.
I got some good news tonight, though.
We got a lot of good news. But I woke up this morning, and the first thing that dropped in, and I know a lot of us, I'm like this. I know a lot of us on this call are like this. I do a lot of work while I sleep. Like, I get a lot of information in while I sleep, right? And so the first thing that was in my head this morning was, because I've been in this, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And that's the question every week. What do we do? Well, what can we do? What can we do? What physical action steps can we do? And first of all, multidimensional beings. So there's what can we do in the 3D? What can we do in this? But what I want to get into this week is what can we do from a higher dimensional perspective, which really is super beneficial also if we do it in a way that's really integrated. And so again, this morning when I woke up, the message that was coming in so strong and so loud and so clear was, look, we want you to understand that when you are aligned with God, source, energy, whatever name you want to give it, when you are aligned with God, when you are connected with source, there are powers, there is authority that is given to you because you are a multi-dimensional being. Each and every one of us on this call is a multi-dimensional being. And so we have rights, we have higher dimensional legal rights in this reality, okay? And there's higher dimensional universal law rights that we have. And so when we can tap into that, we really can alter the matrix for the better. And that's what I really want to get in with. So one or two of us on this planet, even though there's billions of people on this planet, one or two of us that is in alignment with the will of God or with source, with what the will that is coming is, one or two of us that is in alignment with that. And Esther Hicks talks about this stuff all the time. She really is. She's super tapped in. If you ask me, one or two of us that is aligned with that can do more than billions of people on this planet, you guys. Like, it's not about the numbers. It's not. Yes, are we in the Great Awakening? Yes. Yes, is it important to wake people up? Absolutely. From a 3D, 4D perspective, it is. And at the same time, we are these high-dimensional, multi-dimensional beings, and our vote counts. It really does matter. And when we're voting for things to happen, when we operate from multidimensionality, it's very, very, very powerful. So that's what I want to get into. So back to the San Diego story. When Ben and I were in San Diego many, many years ago, we were in the middle of a drought. And we were living on 50 acres. And so what was happening is every morning we're waking up and we're like, man, I wish it would rain. I wish it would rain. And we're watching the chemtrails in the skies, and we're watching the skies just get painted. And I mean, I can feel it. Like, I can feel the energy of it. And I'm going out every morning and I'm seeing like the bees on the ground. And because we lived in nature, it's a little bit easier to read the signs, you know, like if you're in the concrete jungle, you're not really noticing the stuff that's going on, but I was really noticing it. And then we're seeing these we had these beautiful different oak trees and things like that on the property. And I'm walking around and I could like feel them. Like, I'm feeling them going like, I'm so, you know, like when you're parched and you need a drink of water, I felt like the trees were like, I need water, you know, like they were kind of screaming at me. And, it was weird, you know, and I remember even coming out one morning, like the day after meditating, I was like,
all right, I'll make it rain. I'll make it rain.
Right. I was like literally like, I'm meditating, I'm walking the property. I'm like, you know, touching this one tree. It was an older tree. And I'm like, oh, this tree's so great. This tree's so great. I got up the next morning. It's this old tree, you guys, like, I don't know, 100-year-old tree or something. It was a big old tree. Okay. That I was like meditating with, and I'm kind of praying with it. And I'm like, oh, this tree, I love this tree. I got up the next day, the tree had toppled over. Not joking. Like the day after, I was like sitting with this tree, the tree was like, boom. And I just felt it, because I felt it energetically going like, I can't do this anymore. I can't hold this energy anymore. I can't hold this energy. The trees hold a ton of energy for us. I really believe that. So Ben and I were in this thing. This was, you know, probably 7 years ago or something like that now, 6 years ago.
6.5 years ago.
Something like that. Yeah, 6 years ago, where we were like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? Like, what can we do? Right? Like, what can we do? And we're like, hey, maybe we could I don't know, let's just say, like, maybe we could stop the drought. Like, what would we do? How would we do that? Well, we would have to shift dimensional perspective on what's going on in order to create that reality. So how do we do that, right? And so, do you want to tell the rest of the story?
No, you can tell me.
Okay,
I like the way you're taking it.
Oh, okay. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to have all the details right, so you might end up correcting me. So I'm not actually sure.
I like where you're taking it better, the how to do it.
Okay, cool.
Our thought process, and the journey that we took to do it instead of the details.
Okay, cool. So I'll go high dimensional. So basically, what I remember, because I always remember the high dimensional details, is I remember us being like, look, we would have to really feel the feelings of what it felt like to be in rain, like to be in lush green energy. And when you're living in a drought and you're watching the grass was crispy, right? Like the trees were flaking off, like you're watching the bark on the trees dry up and the trees are not green, they're like crispy, right? So you can't even remember like what lush green feels like. So we went to Costa Rica. This was like the time we were traveling. We go to Costa Rica and we're like, hey, what if we opened a portal, like energetically, we just visualized a portal opening on our property in San Diego. And then we visualized a portal opening in Costa Rica. And then we just sent the energy back. Like, what if we just did that? Like, what the heck? Why not? Right? So we're in Costa Rica, and obviously it's really, really lush and it's really, really green, and it's raining every single day. And rain is just normal. I mean, the air is clean, the air is pure, the air is fresh. There's no chemtrails. Everything's clean and fresh and pure. The water's clean, right? So you're like in that vibrational frequency. So we opened a portal in Costa Rica, and we just meditated on it. We just really set intention. We just felt the feelings of it raining in San Diego, right? Just from a high dimensional, high vibrational place. And we started doing that, and what happened is
our friends, Sierra and Rano, who were at our house doing that process with us in San Diego, and then they house sit for us when we went to Costa Rica. So then we waited for the first rain in Costa Rica. We opened up the portal, did our meditation, and by the time we got out of the meditation, I had a screenshot from Sierra on my phone that said flood warning, stay inside.
No joke.
And
no joke, you can't make this stuff up. It's weird.
And we were like, okay, looks like it worked, you
right.
know, like, but be careful what you wish for, because we got a Costa Rica rain in soil that was dried up and not ready for it. And so it created we weren't even paying attention. We're like, let's just send the entire rainforest over. We'll just give it all to them.
Right.
So there were, you'll probably remember, like, this was like the iconic picture that was like going around Facebook and stuff at the time, was in Los Angeles, of the yellow Ferrari that was underwater, right?
It's like floating water.
You remember that, but it was like this yellow Ferrari. It was like an iconic picture of like water up to the windows. And we were like, okay, well, rain worked.
Baby, all right, baby Bodie. Okay, we're figuring it out.
Okay,
figuring out reality creation, right?
We're learning.
I don't know.
So, and we've done it several things like that. And
yep.
So, but I think that, and I always think, like, when there's something crazy happening like this in the world, I always think, like, oh, I should probably sit around. I should probably make that happen. I should probably fix that. I should probably go into meditation and do it that way, but it's just like, it's not something you can just force. It's something that has to call to you and pull to you, and something you have to make a decision to do from a place of, oh, okay, it's me, right? But we do have to be listening. Is it me? When can I? Because I don't really have it right now. And I'll walk us all through a meditation at the end of this, or a little hypnosis thing to kind of get into the feeling space of it. But somebody's going to have it. One of you is going to have it. Now, what really needs to end. I mean, so we got all the Antifa stuff, and we've got the Seattle stuff, and we've got Chaz and Chop, and there's people are getting murdered, and statues are getting torn down. Everything's getting disrupted. Businesses are being destroyed. Good people's businesses are being destroyed.
Chicago's a wreck right now too, and I'm from that area. I mean, people are dying. It's
left
awful,
and right.
You guys. Chicago's really bad right now, like really, really, really bad.
Yeah. I mean, the U.S. is a serious war zone, and I mean, much of the world is.
Yeah.
And then there's the coronavirus and all this stuff. But you know, there is one way to stop it all immediately, and it is to take out the pedophiles at the top.
Yep.
Like if that's all we focused on, you know, it's done. And so if that's, I mean, there's so much going on. We're like, oh, how do I stop this? How do I help this? How do I, what's the best thing here? How do I, hold on a second. How do I put all the pieces together? How do I, okay, but how does this meet with this? Okay, but how do I talk to this person who also believes this? And, you know, it's just, it's too much.
Yep.
And so if we can just go straight to the source, which is, you know, arrest everyone who's a pedophile, you know, because they're the ones running the country, pulling the strings and calling the shots and setting the narrative, and the media stirring it all up. And, you know, the coronavirus is going to be good. We're going to be good, done with. You know, we'll take care of that, get all the information.
All the tests come back negative. I was thinking about that. I was like, how do we energetically just go, boop, all the tests are coming back negative. Like, how do you Jedi?
Because right now it's just,
I was thinking about
false positives all over the place right now.
Yeah.
False positives everywhere. And they're like, oh my God, you have coronavirus. I know you don't have any symptoms. The numbers are so high. Look at all these new cases of coronavirus.
Well, I mean, there's
it's false positives. Like, we're afraid to go back to, go Costa Rica because you got to get tested, right? And so we're like, oh man, what happens if they give us a false positive?
Well, I was planning on Jediing it ahead of schedule, to be quite honest. I was going to send angels and Jedi it ahead of schedule. Just go, no droids here for you to see. Nope, negative. That's what I was planning on doing. But
so if we can get all those tests to come back negative, you know, right now we got, you know, a pawpaw, you know, a piece of fruit coming back negative, and a goat coming back negative, and you know, everything. Yeah, fruit and animals are coming back.
Well, and
I mean positive. Did I say positive?
They're coming back positive. Okay, they're coming back positive.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
I actually didn't even share.
Hold on, your turn.
I actually didn't even share this one with you, Ben, today, but I do have, you guys, I do have actually one Facebook friend that I friended a while ago, and he is a really incredible gentleman who happens to be in a nursing home right now, and very awake, very, very bright, very, very smart, has really incredible, you know, spiritual things to say. And recently he started posting about what he's experiencing living in a nursing home. And it's really uncomfortable, you guys. Like, it's really uncomfortable. And I don't know him personally or well, but if you read the way that he writes, and if you know, I'm usually pretty good at reading people. He's not a crazy person. He's not. He's not. I'm pretty good at reading people. And so one of the things he posted yesterday, he said, he's been saying this basically, please help me. Like, he's basically saying, please help me. I'm stuck in this nursing home and I'm being mistreated.
Oh, really?
And no, I'm not joking. And it's not like weird. Like, you know how you see some things for people and they're weird. Like, usually he's posting really positive, super intelligent things. And he's like, hey guys, I need help. I don't know what to do. So literally, like, I'm seeing it change from like really spiritual, uplifting things to like, you guys, I'm in a nursing home. I know this is weird, but like, I don't know what to do right now. Okay. And I want to help him. And that's actually one of the things I'd love to focus on, meditation. Cause I'm like writing him and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Right. But one of the things he posted yesterday, he said it was like 10 p.m. at night. And he's like, you guys, he's like, I don't know what to do. They're forced COVID testing me. They're forced. And I told him no. And I don't have any symptoms and I'm healthy, and they're forced COVID testing me. And he said, they're forcing us into isolation. And he said, I didn't want this. I didn't okay it. And then he posted later, you know, I think it was today, they forced COVID tested me. I didn't approve this. I didn't say it was okay, you know? And so I'm watching and tracking these different things that are happening. They're isolating people in nursing homes. It really is. It's creepy stuff, you guys, you know? And so, yeah, I keep thinking about like, what can we do from a higher dimensional perspective to just say, no, we don't approve. Because obviously we're signing the petitions. Obviously we're active in the 3-2, and that's really, really important. But I also want to get into our higher dimensional, like legal jurisdiction. We're just go, no, we're not okay with this. We don't approve. You guys need it. We're taking back the planet.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. We're taking back the planet. We're taking back the galaxy. Yeah, we know this is the last stronghold. Screw it. Out, you guys. Like, what energy do we need to have to hold and just go, no, right? And I think that our vote is really important there. So, yeah. Anyways.
That's good. Do you want to take questions?
Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? And really these questions, you guys can
Questions,
be
comments, insights.
Yeah. And really the questions you guys can be around anything. It can be personal things that are going on or coming up for you. It can be around what we're talking to, but it doesn't have to be. You know, if there's any way that we can support you, we'd love to. And of course we can always just get into the meditation too, if you guys want to. But.
All right, guys. Glad you're having such an amazing week. Good job. Good job. Let me see. Oh, good news about Costa Rica. Yeah, I just, here, I can actually post. Wait, can I post a picture in the chat? I just got a text back from Kath, who has been talking to the consulate, the U.S. consulate to Costa Rica. And so they told us when the borders were potentially opening up. So I can just, I'll read it now directly. All right, here it is. She says, she says, hi, Ben, I just spoke to the consulate via WhatsApp, and here's what they said. So the woman at the border says, or the consulate says, as the borders are closed until June 30th, the borders in Costa Rica are closed until June 30th. It is assumed that the permit for them to, so she's requesting a permit for us to get back, or just really, you know, to just get the consulate's thumbs up, so that when we get to the border, we just, you know, we're good. We've already got the okay. They've already looked at our paperwork. You know, our daughter is Costa Rican. They can let us in the country and they're not going to send us away, right? So it is assumed that the permit is for them to return before that date. Although today, we still don't know what will happen in July. If they need to go home, it's best for them to do it before June 30th, for whatever reason. I think they say that all entries are allowed only until June 30th. That's let's see, that doesn't make sense. For the Costa Rican citizens only, which is us, or for those with exemption. Well, that's us. Mara's the citizen. I'm thinking after June 30th, even if you have an exemption or a citizen, or if you're a citizen, they will not allow you to enter the borders unless, of course, they open the borders on July 1st. Oh, right. So before June 30th. So it looks like the border, she says the borders might open after June 30th, but it's not a guarantee. So we might be opening up June 1st.
So let's just add that to the reality creation. That sounds great.
Yeah, because I mean, we're feeling it. We're feeling like, okay, it says on the website right now it's opening on the 1st. Yeah. And let's just pray that holds. You know, because the Costa Rica economy needs it. You know,
it really does.
It's a tourism-based economy, all of it, and this is peak season. So this is where most people make their money for the year. So, yeah, and I mean, we've got people that want to get out there too.
There's a lot of people that want to get out there right now.
We've got about 10 couples that want to come out and look at buying homes. We've got equity investors, potential equity investors that want to come out. You know, so like, let's just all pray that the borders open up. Easy breezy.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's just go into a little reality creation meditation.
Yeah.
Are you going to help too, or I'll start?
You start.
I'll see where it takes me.
I'll probably chime in. Okay. Yeah.
So guys, we just want to create the reality right now, if possible, or at least get closer to the feeling of it. Of these pedophiles being arrested, the Satanists being arrested, and
liberation,
and just the liberation of all the systems on our planet right now that are broken. Yeah. And we don't have to get into names. We don't have to get into specifics. We don't have to get into political parties. We don't have to get into individual politicians, because none of it matters. If we just focus on taking out the pedophiles, no matter who they are, whether it's someone we like or we don't like, no matter what our opinions are, if they're a pedophile, they go to prison. Yeah. Pedophiles go to prison. And so that's what I want to focus on. And, you know, those are the ones that are, you know, they are, oh God, what's it called when you have somebody on something, or something on somebody? You've got a...
Oh gosh, I don't know the term.
They're saying blackmail, right?
There you go.
They've got all the blackmail material, right? Yeah. So we know who it is. Yeah. Like, we know the people. There's evidence against them, And so that's all we got to do is grab all those people, make them all talk, and it's over with, right? Expose the game. We already have the information. We just need a few more pieces into place, and it could happen anytime. It could happen tomorrow. So
all the evidence is there. The evidence is already there.
Yeah, this is not there's not a whole lot of time left because we all already know the information, those who have been looking into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really want to create the tomorrow. Like, honestly, every morning I wake up and I look at I pull up Facebook and I look at like my first few people that I really look to for the good info. We're tracking this stuff. And every morning I wake up and I think, did the pedophiles get arrested today? Did the pedophiles get arrested today? Did the pedophiles get arrested today? And I want to wake up one morning and see all those guys in handcuffs. That's what I want to see, all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
All the way up to the top, all the way up to the Rothschilds, all the way up to the Rockefellers, the Gates, all these guys.
The Vatican, the top
all
of the
Vatican. Yeah, all Hollywood, all of Hollywood, the royal family, all the. So I guess let's just keep creating the visualization here. So you can close your eyes if you want. I just want to picture all of these guys in handcuffs, all of them, the walk of shame, right? They're all going to one place. They're all going to Gitmo, and they're going to go process them all there. They're going to go get all the information. And so I want to see all those guys, everyone in Hollywood, everyone in the music industry. I want to see every crooked politician, every pedophile banker, all the pedophile Satanists, the Masonic order, everybody who is creating this right now and keeping us in fear and in conflict and in poverty and creating this division and this slavery.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I want to see the slaves freed. I want to see the slaves freed, and I want to feel the freedom of everyone that's in slavery. And there are different levels of slavery that have occurred on this planet for many, many years, eons really. But I want the feeling, the vibrational feeling and frequency of absolute sovereignty, liberty, and freedom, awakening, awareness, discernment, truth, to just fill the planetary consciousness and just to know that it's over and it's done with. It's over and it's done with. Like that old reign has ended and the new is here. The old reign has ended and the new is here.
Yeah, and I want to wake up in the morning and I want to see all these systems that have been put in place to turn us against each other with all these different media sources. I want to see all the media taken over. I want to see everyone that's been spitting false news and division and lies and crap, fake journalism, all the media actors. I want to see all of them arrested for their participation.
Yeah.
And
justice.
They are, they're a part of it. They know they're a part of it. Many of them, basically we just have to focus on whoever it is. If they're a pedophile, they are going down. I want to see the entire ring busted. For now, we can leave everyone else alone. If you're not a pedophile, you can hang out a little bit, but I want all the satanic pedophiles gone and all the way up to the top, all the way up to the Vatican, all the way up to the royal family, all Oprah, Gates, all these guys. I want to see every single one of them. They have evidence against, they're going to, the word's going to spread, right?
The 13 bloodline families, the Freemasons.
Everybody. And just, all the COVID tests coming back negative, negative. So they don't even need to keep doing the tests anymore, right? They open back the borders, they open up the businesses, we rebuild, we recreate. We all had a nice little break. It was a nice scare. It was a nice experience. We really learned who we are. We really learned a lot about ourselves. We really had the time to go inside and be afraid and experience the fear of God. and then now we get to come back out and do something else. And so we all know that in this this time that we're here, we are going to be changing the systems on the planet. So I think now's the time.
So yeah, let's really just feel into the new structure, the new systems coming in, and the new planetary consciousness really rising, and the new leaders rising in that planetary consciousness. So from that place, really feeling into the frequency of the new educational system, the new monetary system, the new healthcare system, just feeling into the new systems that will arise out of the old, right? So as the old falls, the new rises, right? And actually feeling into all the people on the planet that are going to be spearheading that, feeling them rising. So as all the satanic pedophiles are arrested and taken out and removed, and all the slaves are freed, and all of those that have been in horrific sexual slavery are freed, also really feeling the rising of those that are being called to create the new systems, and feeling that coming in, and feeling that coding coming in, and feeling that taking over, because the energy of what is meant to be here, it's really an energetic frequency that needs to stabilize on the planet. So feeling into that frequency, and feeling that frequency really fully taking over the planet, taking back the planet, taking back the planet, taking charge, reclaiming sovereignty, reclaiming liberty, reclaiming freedom, reclaiming ability to create reality creation, reclaiming multidimensionality, reclaiming connectedness with the rest of the galaxy and the rest of the multiverse, remembering our galactic history, and all of that coming back with ease, with speed, and with grace. Ease, speed, and grace.
I see stability on our planet. I see safety for our kids. And I see them growing up strong and smart and safe and
awake
and paying full attention. So just feel what it's like to have that already happened. Feel what it's like to, just think about waking up in the morning, checking your phone, and we see that it's happened. And then we can have another call, and we can celebrate, and we can say we did it. We can say good job. We can say, all right, let's all go have a vacation in Costa Rica. Let's all go to Synergita. Let's all go have an awesome event. And then hang out in heaven on earth. It's easy breezy, guys. Easy breezy. May you live in heaven on earth right now.
Yeah, and abundance for all. We were made we are very abundant beings, and so just really feeling massive abundance for everyone on this planet. We really have been held as a planetary consciousness. We've been held in slavery, and so when that freedom and liberation comes in, really feeling into the energy of absolute abundance, of absolute financial freedom for every single person on the planet. Like, that is the norm. That is the norm in the rest of this galaxy. That is the norm in the rest of the multiverse. And so feeling us actually becoming, this planetary consciousness shifting into that, right? Feeling that coming in, and the celebration, the absolute joy and the celebration of what that feels like for each and every one of us.
Deal. Feel it. Done. Thank you all for being here and creating reality with us. Is there anything else you want to cover? Anything else you want to do?
That's what I've got coming through. Does anybody have anything?
Like a nice quick call.
Yeah, I know there aren't too many of you on tonight. So does anybody have anything else to add, or any questions, or any
talk about your experience,
nice.
See what you saw, get information.
Feel free to share if you want to share.
All right, you all. Well, thank you. It's been fun. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for hanging.
I guess.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. Oh yeah, come see us soon. Come to Costa Rica. Ciao, ciao.